Hello everyone and welcome to Era Military Collectibles. So in today's video we are covering two reproduction items. This is the 24-hour ration box and the emergency ration tin. These are obviously they're World War II items. They're made by Steve Davis of Living History UK. He doesn't have a company or anything. He has his own YouTube channel, his TikTok channel, podcast. Very interested in history, very nice guy actually. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of months. We chat out regularly. He's a genuine type of bloke, and he makes these ration packs and stuff like that, and what he sells he puts back into his editing software and the podcast and things like that. So it's not an actual business, but it's a society, I suppose. Himself, another chap by the name of Pete Neal, and Jake Brown from the Jake Brown collection. They're all involved in it. So that's where I got this items. It wasn't sponsored. These were paid for, so I can give a true representation or a true talk about them. So let's just get that out of the way. So as I said, we have the 24-hour ration box and we have the emergency mess tin. So we're going to talk about the emergency mess tin first, or the emergency ration first. I'll just put that out of the way for a second. So right, there's the emergency ration tin. It is obviously it's coated correctly in the correct gold colour. Now this would have had a metal band just around here, and there was a snap on it that you would snap to open it. Now it actually says it here on the bottom. Where have we gone? Yeah, snap off the band, basically how to open it, and then notice not to be opened except by order of officer. So this is a true emergency ration pack. If you have to open this, or an emergency ration, if you have to open this, you're opening this under orders. The only issue I have with this, now it could be just my one or whatever, but when it was stamped, the centre, as you can see it there, the centre part of it, the stamp itself was a bit light. Look, I don't mind, I'm just saying, I'm just nitpicking here. I presume this happened with the originals and stuff, but just don't mind the centre bit here where the stamping is. Obviously the emergency ration tin is very, very legible, and just this section here, if you can make it out, the stamp isn't quite as pronounced. So look, it's just one of those things. We flick it open. As I said, this would have had a metal band around it. You would have had to break open first. If I can get it open. So there we go. There's the mess tin. Comes in two, or the emergency tin comes in two halves. The top and you have the bottom. And this one actually came with the chocolate. Now on the part 2 of this video, we're going to be testing the food. So that's where we're going to leave it in the packet. And just here at the bottom of this, sorry, yeah, it's this side is the best. Pattern number. Now I'm not sure if that's an original restricted design, if that's part of the original, or if that's just a maker's mark the guys that do the reproductions for them put on it to show that it's a reproduction. And obviously we have the chocolate in a greaseproof paper. So we're just going to put this aside, close this up, and we'll put it aside. As I said, in part 2 of the video, what we're going to be doing is we will be testing the stuff. Now he sells it as museum quality display items, but he says that's obviously for health and safety reasons, but the stuff is edible. He does make the chocolate and all that type of stuff himself, so it is edible, but obviously for safety reasons it is a museum quality display piece or reproduction. Alright, so we will be trying them in part 2. Now I'm just going to put this aside and I'll bring back in the ration box. So I've heard great reviews already about this ration box. People are saying that it's the truest representation that you will get at the moment of a 24-hour ration for the British Army. Bit of history about these. These were introduced just prior to D-Day. And they were issued, there was two, there was this one and there was another one, I think it was called the assault ration, which is a smaller box that was to fit in your small mess tin, and it's white with red stripes on it. Living History UK does produce both boxes and will fill both boxes. They will also sell you just the box if you want, or they will also sell you the refill contents of the box for if you're going to shows or something like that and you want to have if you've eaten the ration already at a show, for just the added authenticity, and you want to refill your box, they will send you the refills as well. As I said in part 2, we're going to test the items and see what they like, but in this one I'm just going to show you the items. Now the box itself is, there is a white tape, actually you can just see the remnants of it there, that goes all the way around the edge of this. I just have it taken off for the video, but the box does come sealed. And for the video I have it taken off. So we have a 24-hour ration pack, so we're just going to open the top of it, and I can just tell you the smell off of this is fantastic. It's like a beef smell, like an oxo smell, so it's actually, I'm getting hungry looking at it. So here we have the instructions for use of the 24-hour ration and the contents. One box contains full ration in concentrated form for one man for 1 day as follows: 10 biscuits, 2 sweetened oatmeal blocks, tea sugar milk blocks, may be wrapped together, 1 meat block, maybe several wrapped together, 2 slabs of raisin chocolate, 1 slab of plain chocolate, boiled sweets, 2 packets of chewing gum, 1 packet of salt, meat extract tablets, that's oxo, that's what I can smell, which is fantastic actually, 4 tablets of sugar, and 4 pieces of latrine paper, or for those of you bog roll. And this literally tells you how to make breakfast, supper, preparation on the back note. Most water, you know, you can, I believe you can eat this dry, but you do need to drink a lot of water while you're doing it. So maybe we might try that later on. Please turn over. So yeah, so there's your from what the research I've done and people I've talked to, this, as I said, this is the most original ration pack that we can get to, or that's been produced at the minute. So yeah, thumbs up already for me. Here we have the toilet paper, I believe, or latrine paper, and getting from my own army experiences, it's nearly true to what initially when I went into the military what was issued. It's nearly a grease-proof paper, and so yeah, it's, as you can tell, it takes a couple of wipes to sort yourself out. Box, fantastic. So here we have our boiled sweets. I presume these are orange, or some type of orange flavour ones. I'll just take off the layer of sweets. I'll try and keep the box as preserved as I possibly can till we go through red one, strawberry maybe, blackcurrant, rhubarb even, I'm not sure. Lots of sweets in it, lots and lots of boiled sweets. So if this was me, I'd have cracked this open from a ex-guy, shall we say, or an ex-military guy. If you could get your hands on a separate, an extra ration pack, you would crack it open and you would carry boiled sweets in your pocket, chocolate in your pocket. Not so much the tea and the sugar, but you'd... Personally, if this was me and if I was going into an assault, I'd have at least 3. We used to go off of saying 1 is none, 2 is 1. So basically, if you have one of something, it will break, you will lose it, or whatever. So if you have 2 of an item, or sorry, if you have 3 of an item, it's even better. You have the one that you can afford to lose, and you have 2 spares. So there we go. So there we go. There's your boiled sweets. There's still boiled sweets here. I'm just going to take bits and pieces out here. There's an oatmeal block. So did we say there was 2 of these oatmeal blocks in this? I think we did. Where's the contents again? Chocolate. 2 sweetened oatmeal blocks. So there we go. There's your oatmeal block. Porridge, for those of you that are unsure what oatmeal is. Salt. Now, with ration packs and stuff, all ration packs, they're very, very high in sugar and they're very, very high in salt. They're to reproduce, or sorry, not reproduce, but they're to reintegrate or get back into the system, the body, as quick as possible, salts and sugars that that you will lose because you're so very active, and that's obviously the idea of the salt and the chocolate and the sweet is to get the sugar back into your system. And the idea of the salt, believe it or not, well, what we were told from medics, the idea of having the food so salty is so you will actually drink water, you will keep hydrated. So that's another bonus. So here we have our 4 sugar cubes that we were told that was in it. Here's our 4 oxo cubes. Yeah, that's what I can smell. And they're actually, oh, it makes your mouth water. You could nearly put one of them into hot water itself and boil it up, make yourself a broth or a tea, a bisto tea. The chocolate is here. A little interesting tip that I could give you that we used to do was the Kendall mint bars. They're a mint sugar bar. Is if you get them, smash it up with a butt of a rifle or anything at all you can. Melt your chocolate, put your Kindle into it, stir it up, you've mint chocolate, drink. Those of you that are hikers and stuff like that, give it a try. It is actually nice. These are the 2 raisin bars by the look of it, and then say this is the plain chocolate. We have the biscuits, which, how many biscuits did it say was in it? 10 biscuits. And then I presume this is the meat block, because we have everything else. I'm just going to take out these sweets. And we put, yeah, it says it here on the side of it actually, meat block. Yeah, you can definitely smell the product, and lads, if this was smell-o-vision, the smell out of this is actually fantastic. It's actually making me hungrier. Plain biscuits. I'm not sure if these are plain or they're sweetened, or just says 10 biscuits. So I'd say there's more than 10 there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Maybe I'm miscounting, but so it says there on the top anyway, 10 biscuits. So yeah. And there's your little 2 packets of chewing gum back here. Oh no, there's another sweet. There's your 2 packets of chewing gum. Yeah, so looking well forward to getting stuck into this. As I said, we're going to do this as a part 1 and a part 2 because I don't want to bore you. Let's try and pack all this back now the right way. I definitely will be getting another, either a refill or something like that off of him, for both my chocolate and for this ration pack, because I think it's a savage idea. I think it's a fantastic idea, just to have that bit of extra authenticity. I can never pronounce that word. That one's actually a bit sticky. We might have to have that one later, but just that bit of extra authenticity that you can crack one of these open at an event, show the public what a World War II ration pack looked like. These were this one, weren't they? They were. Then the toilet paper, basically grease-proof paper, that goes in there with your instructions on top, and then we just close the box back down again. So yeah, so there we go, 24-hour ration pack. So I'll just put the 2 of them side by side. But yeah, as I said, I think it's a fantastic idea, just for that extra bit of pop in your display. If you're eating one of these and living as the lads will or did, it gives you that extra bit of closer to that history, and something like this anyone can relate to. Whereas we all know the story where the guy somebody is very, very interested in their partner or whatever might be as interested in going around to these military shows, what they might be interested in seeing what the guys used to eat and things like that, rather than the guns and the stuff that goes bang bang bang. So there you go, just a quick little snippet. As I said, I got these off of Steve Davis from Living History UK. If I can figure out how to put up a link to him, I will. I'm not very good technically wise with that, but Steve Davis, Living History UK, he's on TikTok, Facebook, He does have a website, and they do have a podcast, and the podcast, sorry, is not called the Living History UK. Their podcast is actually called The Young Contemptibles, and that would be Steve Davis, Pat Neal, Pat Neal. I think it's Pat Neal. Sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, Pat. And Jake Brown from the Jake Brown Collection. So I hope you like what we provide here at Military Collectibles. If you like what we provide here at Military Collectibles, please hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button. If you want to get in contact with the channel, as always, the email for the channel will be at the top of the video description. Thank you.